how's it going? It's another stream. Still getting back into it, into our stream schedule for whatever it is. We're still figuring that out. We are tonight going to be real casual. I'm going to be making my first ever Pathfinder Second Edition character, and we're using the official beginner's box uh, through Foundry Virtual Tabletop and their partnership with Paizo. And that's going to lead us on our way to character glory. And I will possibly be using this in an upcoming Pathfinder adventure here on the channel and on the YouTube. Beards and Battle Axes over there as well, in the near future. So stay posted for that. I've always been a lover of all tabletop. As far as fantasy tabletop RPGs goes, D&D has been my go-to for a million years. I'll check sound quick. For a million. But when Pathfinder came out, a lot of people were playing Pathfinder, and some friends got me to try first edition Pathfinder, and I played it a total of 3 times. I played a gunslinger for a couple of games. I played a paladin in a Kingmaker campaign that ran, I want to say we got through 2 chapters. And the other, I played a cleric in Wrath of the Righteous, but Bonsol and I came in towards the end of the Wrath of the Righteous story, so it wasn't the complete experience. We still had fun. That's all the Pathfinder First Edition I ever played. When 5th Ed came out, it hooked me, and that's where my focus was. And Pathfinder 2E came out. I went, that's really cool. I'm glad that's out. I know a lot of people love Pathfinder. That's awesome for them, but never had the opportunity to try. Now, with the Beginner's Box, partnered with officially into the FoundryVTT, and a friend of mine that's willing to run it for a bunch of noobs, I have the opportunity to try it. So we're going to have fun with this. So let's see. Let's go into our journal, into our beginner's guide, and our character creation. Now this comes with 4 heroes pre-made, and they look pretty cool. Of course, I don't know a whole lot about any of them. None of them are assigned in this profile, so you'll just get the picture. But there's a fighter, there's a rogue, there's a cleric, and then there's a wizard. All very cool. But we're going to make our own character. And to do that, we're going to follow our steps here in creating our own hero. So this beginner's box is gonna walk us through the whole procedure. So let's see. Are we ready to dive into an adventure? Absolutely. So we're going to need to create a hero. It's going to tell us a lot about our character sheets. It's letting the GM know how to like assign an empty character sheet to the players so they can make it on their login and what have you. We've already done that. So this handout is going to tell us all our character creation rules, our useful tools, even tells us a bit about Pathfinder Society, and I don't have permission to view that particular journal entry, but that brings it up for the GM. So the steps of character creation are presented in the suggested order, guiding you through the early stages of your hero's life story, but you can complete them in whatever order you prefer. For instance, you might know you want to play a wizard before you decide that wizard will be an elf. At the very end of character creation, you'll calculate your statistics. Many steps of character creation ask you to make choices about your ability modifiers. These statistics are essential to your characters and are explained in detail in step 7. Each step instructs you to fill out the fields on your character sheet. The character sheet is designed to be easy to use when you're actually playing the game, but creating a hero happens in a different order, so you'll move back and forth through the character sheet as you go through the character creation process. Additionally, the character sheet includes every field you might need, even though not all heroes will have something to put in each field. In the field your character sheet is not applicable to your hero, just leave that field blank. Easy, straightforward. This is our sheet. It looks good. I'll probably make it a little bigger because I like a lot of real estate there. All right, so step 1, and we'll try to do this in the order that they give us here. We're going to create a concept. What sort of hero do we want to play? My very first character in any tabletop RPG was a fighter. I tend towards martial classes. It's not exclusive, but it's definitely where I tend to lead. And I think that's where I want to go this time. Stick to my roots, stick to something I at least in concept know, and maybe that'll make learning this system a little easier. So we're gonna go. Let's see. He's some sort of fighter. Um, we're gonna make a version of one of my beloved characters, Captain Salem Blackthorne. So Captain Salem Blackthorne is a captain of a small group of soldiers, or at least he was before going on adventuring. So he's a little bit of a leader, but he was a big burly dude that swung a big old axe. So that's going to be our concept, our loose concept. Um, Personality wise, let's see. Salem, I would say, is a little stoic. Um, he does have some warmth and some humor about him, but perhaps only amongst those he considers to be very close. He's fair, um, fairly even tempered, unless unless somebody that he feels that he's protecting or is has responsibility for is harmed. And yeah, okay, that'll be our basis here. So we're going to start building ability scores. So we need to start building ability scores here. These should be, I would assume, pretty basic to most D20 systems. Ability scores represent your hero's raw potential. Yep. So your strength. Uh, so there's a tomato metaphor that sometimes people use with abilities. Um, like strength is how well you can crush a tomato, etc. But strength is your physical prowess, your raw power. Where dexterity is how agile you are, um, how flexible you are. Coordination comes into play with dexterity a lot. Constitution, how hardy you are, your makeup, your fortitude, your constitution. Intelligence, of course, is your smartness. My intelligence is how smart I are. Wisdom is intelligence is book smarts. Wisdom is street smarts. Uh, Knowledge from experience, common sense. Um, it goes further into things like awareness and what have you, and of course, charisma measures um, your likability, your ease of talking to other people, your magnetism. It can be the strength of your personality. It can be all those things, or it can be some of those things. But that is how your charisma uh, is sorted out. They will start at a baseline modifier +0, but they will be increased as you progress throughout the steps of this handout. Ability modifiers affect nearly everything your character does, so this is a good time to identify which abilities will be most important to your hero. I'm going to imagine as a fighter for Salem, it's mainly going to be his strength and his constitution. Of the three more mental abilities or ability scores here, um, probably wisdom and charisma. Yeah, I think that's where we would go. All right. If your hero, a sturdy dwarf, a graceful elf, or a versatile human, Salem has always been a human. Um, but perhaps we could consider something else. Uh, your ancestry determines which people they call their own, whether that's diverse and ambitious humans, insular but vivacious elves, or traditionalists and family focused dwarves. Your character's ancestry might be a key part of your identity, shape how they see the world, and help them find their place in it, or what they'll be rebelling against. Ancestries determine your hero's speed and contribute to their hit points. Each ancestry also modifies your ability scores in ways which represent that ancestry's basic capabilities. You'll also choose one of the ancestry's heritages, which expands on your character's origins and abilities. Interesting. Okay. So, the three examples here in the beginner's box are dwarf, elf, and human. We're going to stay with human for this. Um, then we're going to pick a background. Your hero's background might represent their upbringing, an aptitude they've been honoring since their youth, or another aspect of their life before they became an adventurer. The hero's background provides an ability boost and grants a special ability. The following backgrounds are good choices for a wide range of different characters, but many more available through various Pathfinder Second Edition publications. Right, their examples are the acolyte, the criminal, the deckhand, the farmhand, the bookkeeper, and the warrior. The warrior, for our purposes, is probably the best one. It tells us in our younger days, we waded into battle as a mercenary, a warrior defending a nomadic people, or a member of a militia or army. Okay, nailed it for our purposes. You might have wanted to break out from the regimented structure of these forces, or you could have always been as independent warrior as you are now. You choose two ability boosts. One must be to strength or con, and the other is a free ability boost. Okay. That's cool, because then we know that our two main physical abilities, automatically one of them is going to go there. And then maybe we could branch the other one into like our wisdom or our charisma. We'll see. But we're also trained in the intimidation skill and the warfare lore skill. You gain the intimidating glare skill feat, which lets you demoralize with the mere glare. When you do, demoralize loses the auditory trait and gains the visual trait. You don't take a penalty if the creature doesn't understand your language. Right, just your look can scare the crap out of your opponent. You don't even have to say anything; they understand. Okay, I dig it. I dig it. So let's go to our compendium because we've got to select some stuff. So here's our compendium. A lot, a lot of stuff came through on the compendium. There's backgrounds to that. Classes. Heritages. There's our heritages. Human. What's this? That's an interesting winter touched human heritage. Ancestry background class, that order? Okay, thank you. Very cool. Ancestries. So it is telling us go with our concept, our ability scores, and then our ancestry. So get to know the sheet a little. First tab is character, then we go actions, inventory, spellcasting, crafting, proficiencies, feats, effects, biography, Pathfinder society. Cool. All right, so we know we're a human. Also, welcome to the channel, Strangely Brown. Appreciate you. Hope your Sunday's going well. 8 hit points, reach 5, speed 25, some ability boosting, additional languages, the core rule book. All right. Drag and drop. We are human. Key ability strength. All right, now we're going for our background. We're doing warrior. Kind of just get produced as you make your character. At the end, you get to add 4 ability for free. Hit the little plus button in the line ancestry box. Okay. Warrior in here real quick, and then we'll look at the sheet. Warrior. We have added warrior to our sheet. Background. So we got our ancestry, we got our heritage or our background. Now our class, which we are choosing fighter. Ooh. Now they are generating. Oh. So now we're at buy equipment. Or I guess we can do our points now, our skills. No, equipment first. Yeah, I see that. I'm so we're trying to go through what they show us in the beginner box here. I'm seeing if I missed the heritage somewhere. Okay, so it's after with select ancestry, it's kind of put in with that step. So now we get to the heritages, and the one available is a winter touched human. It's briefly mentioned when you go through your ancestry. Um, it says you'll also choose one of the ancestry's heritages, which expand on your character's origins. So, right, right. With the beginner box, this is what it's given us. The descent from Baba Yaga. Gain cold resistance equal to half your level, and you treat environmental cold effects as if they're one step less extreme. That's interesting. Let's see if there's another menu that gives us more heritages. Just scroll down. Okay, so that's the human specific one. So maybe there's some not not just human ones. Maybe no. Yeah, right now we're just trying to use what's in this specifically. Kind of like, taking a look at how user friendly the beginner's box is, how easy it is to make a character, how not. Yeah, when I did that, that's what brought up this heritages menu with the hunt with the human. Um, let's see if it'll do it again. Yeah, it brings this up. Before it was just human. I saw something called skilled heritage. Let's see. So skilled heritage, versatile heritage, and winter touched human are the core rulebook heritages. And I think I saw skilled heritage in here and versatile heritage. Skilled heritage, your ingenuity allows you to train in a wide variety of skills. You become trained in one skill of your choice. At fifth level, you become an expert in the chosen skill. Okay. Hey, Tasty, how you doing? All right, so that sounds cool. Now let's look at versatile. We don't know exactly what the trained and then the expert stuff is yet in the step, but we can make an extrapolation. Uh, Versatile heritage. Humanity's versatility and ambition have fueled its ascendance to the most common ancestry in most nations throughout the world. Select a general feat of your choice for which you meet the prerequisites as your ancestry feat. You can select this general feat at any point during character creation. I like that. I mean, fighters are kings of feats in most editions of D20, and not going to be mad about another one. All right, so I know I'm not going to do Winter Touched Human. I do like it. I think it's flavorful and cool. Pun only partially intended. But these are the two contenders. There's also half elf and half orc. Yes, yes, you're right. Um, let's look at half orc. Being forced to eat a salad with your fries. Oof. Is it at least good? All right, both of these are possibilities. Right away, I'm seeing something that's intriguing. Both of them share. But half elf, either one of your parents was an elf or one or both were half elves. You have pointed ears and other telltale signs of elf heritage. You gain the elf trait, the half elf trait, and low light vision. In addition, you can select elf, half elf, and human feats whenever you gain an ancestry feat. That is compelling because we would be shifting our character a little bit. Salem Blackthorne, the original character we were basing this off of, had a penchant for falling in with elven women. So maybe this is another universe's version of his kid. Possible. Not sure yet. Started with the fries. Smart. Half orc. One of your parents was an orc, or one or both were half orcs. You have a green tinge to your skin and other indicators of orc heritage. You gain one orc trait, the half orc trait, and low light vision. And in addition, you can select orc, half orc, and human feats whenever you gain an ancestry feat. Also interesting, because there was a time that Salem spent with a tribe of orcs in his story. So either of those could work. The possibilities you will face. It's insane, Soul. It's insane. There's so much. All right, guys. We're gonna leave this to chat. You guys get to decide. Are we gonna go a versatile heritage for human and get a feat, an extra feat at character creation? Are we gonna go half orc and this be the love child of Salem Blackthorne and an orcish woman, or a half elf and be the same but with an elf? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? What do you guys think? Really, I'm into any of the three. There are some cool ones. Cool sounding ones, I should say. I haven't read all of them. I've read 4 of them, in fact. All right, we got one for half elf. Very nice. Indeed. That's 2 for half elf. That's looking to be the way it's going. Anybody speaking against half elf before I slide it over? There's also a Dampier Heritage, half vampire, rare. That's interesting. I might try that for another campaign if I have the opportunity, because that does sound cool. Oh, 3, 2, 1. Half elf heritage. That's cool. All right, I'm into that. I'm into that. All right. So buying equipment is next on our list. We could choose a deity if we wanted to. I'm not super up and up on the deities of was it Galorian? Is that the Pathfinder world? I remember Abadar because of the Kingmaker campaign. Remember Asmodeus because of Wrath of the Righteous. I remember one was like he was an adventurer. Yeah, we'll do them manually here. Eris still I remember from Kingmaker 2. It's kind of a druidy god. Gorum, god of battle. Okay, yeah, maybe. Let's look up Gorum, god of battle here. Clash of steel, the cry of victory, the gasping denial of death. These are the sounds of prayers to our Lord in iron. For to follow Gorum is to fight. Gorham does not care the reason for battle. A village desperate stand against raiders is no less worthwhile to him than a crusader army marching against demons in the Sarkoris Scar. Nor does he choose sides in such clashes. Good or evil, laws or chaos, the reason for the fight is irrelevant. It's the thrill of battle that finds his favor, the crucible of struggling in which victory is there for the taking. Edicts attain victory in fair combat, push your limits, wear armor in combat. Anathema kill prisoners or surrendering foes, prevent conflict through negotiation, win a battle through underhanded tactics or indirect magic. Areas of concern, battle strength, and weapons. The prevent conflict through negotiation is a little rough, but we're not a cleric, right? Kaling, yeah, that's the one. He went through the Godstone dungeon. Yes, exactly. That's the one I remembered. I think we're gonna go Gorham though. I mean, he's not a cleric, so he's not super incredibly bound. He can't remember how. That's glorious. I love it. I love it. All right, uh he's a male. He age. We're gonna say he is 24. Height. Uh, if he takes after his father was 6'8". Yeah, Von Solo. Yeah, yeah. Gorham does not take your shit. So, Blon Solo, since I think you just tuned in, this has pivoted from being Salem Blackthorne via Pathfinder to Salem Blackthorne's half elf love child. And I'm figuring out now, does he take after his father when it comes to his height and weight? Oh, snap, indeed. Indeed. Is there a rolling table? There's probably not a rolling table. That's a little too old school, right? Having a rolling table for your height and your weight and stuff. Yeah, it would be a chaff elf. Right. So let's say he takes after his father in height, so he's like 6'2", which is still big for a half elf, right? Maybe in this, I'm guessing. I don't know. But we're going 6'2". 6'2", 220. You think it's normalist? So he should be what, 6'4". I want him to be just outside of normal. We'll make him 230. It's heavy for a half elf. Oh, he's got to stand out. Salem Blackthorne's child kicks in the door to the thieves' den. Good news, everyone. None of you are going to die virgins today because you're all glorious. Oh, man. All right, cool. Okay. So, ethnicity, nationality. I don't know enough about the setting really to field those right now. Um, we know he's 25-foot speed. Um, we know that he's a human fighter, half elf warrior, follower of Gorham. All right. So we are right at equipment now. And it says every hero needs equipment. Begin with the starting equipment package of the class you chose. Then use the money left over to purchase any extra items. All right. So the starting equipment package for a fighter. Let's look here again at fighter. Let's see if it's here. These are class features. My bad. Nope, it does not. It does not. Oh, so much good stuff, guys. It doesn't talk about the starter package here. Maybe it talks about it in the equipment. Class kit fighter. I think that's what. Yeah, I think that's what we're looking for here. So our options are a great sword, longbow with 20 arrows, or longsword and steel shield. We're going great sword, right? Yeah, I think. And hide armor. Starting with hide armor. Okay, so that was wrong. Inventory. Here we are. All right, so we want to put on our hide armor. Weapon. Not give us the right weapons. When you do your ability scores, go back to the human entry and click on the little edit icon. When the window opens, click the details tab to select your ability bonus and penalties. No penalties for humans. Then manually change your ability scores to what you choose. Then move to the background in class and do the same thing. Awesome. Good advice. It does kind of tell us to do this in here. It's a little more vague about it, but that's good, solid advice. So we know that this came with got our backpack, we got our grappling hook, we got our armor. So now we got to get our our great sword, and our long bow. That didn't transfer over. You don't have to select them in the features of the character, but it's a good idea so there's a record of what you choose in case you come back and say, how'd I get an 18 strength again? Absolutely. That's smart. Fucking next level. I love it. Thank you. Arrow. Get some laggy lag tonight. All right. And it says whatever gold's left over. I don't think there's any gold left over. Okay, this is where I should have changed some stuff. Okay, that's fine. We got it sorted. So we're gonna get rid of the dagger. So our AC is 13. All right, absolutely. That is where we are now. So we're gonna go back to our human entry. We're gonna go back to our ancestry. Close some windows and get them back up. Ancestry human. Humans, you tell us. We get an additional language and 2 free ability boosts. Now, I don't want to edit the compendium. It won't let me edit the compendium. You know, we're going to write these on paper. I'm gonna merge a little old school here. All right, so I get 2 ability, 2 free ability. Click the free and change them. Okay, okay. Yeah, it would make me change it here. Okay, okay, we'll just change it here. We know we have 1 going to strength from something else. So let's go to wisdom. Okay. Very good. All that. Right. Um yeah, it would be nice if it did it automatically, perhaps in a future update. You know, we got low light vision. Okay. Elf trait and the half elf trait. Oh, it goes up 2, not 1. Oh, okay. That was unclear. Hey, Neffy. I am doing well, trying to figure out Pathfinder 2nd Edition character creation. All right, so we got our Ancestry. And does anything else? The warrior does. Okay. We're going to go strength. And heritage don't increase abilities. Got it. Got it. Got it. Oh, man. What do we want to do? This is a free one. What skill do we want to up? Hmm. So it's really between con, charisma, and more wisdom. I'm doing a fighter. This is Salem Blackthorne's half elven love child. Background too. Yeah, I'm on the background right now. Strength or dex? I've already pumped two ability boosts into strength. Perhaps one in dex now would make good sense. Yeah, dex or con. We're going to do dex. So are these up by two again? Yeah, I'd heard that. There's no real dump stats. Just cool. Just cool. All right, so we did our ancestry and our background. Up to every time. Got it. Got it. Now we might still switch these around before we're done. Dex makes a lot of sense with elven parentage, the natural grace. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's also gotten us another AC, which I'm not going to kick out of bed. So we did our background, finishing our hero. Guess it's efficiency time, maybe. There's definitely a lot to this, guys. I feel like there's more to the abilities that I'm missing on here. Let me go back through. When you come to do your skills, no skill at creation can be increased above trained. If you get two that put up the same, you get select a different one. Okay. Now the class prime stat put up. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Okay. Got a lot going on here. So our saves are expert trained. Simple martial weapons are all expert and advanced weapon trained. Unarmed attack expert. We're trained in all armor. Three skills plus intelligence, which we have none. Ability boosts at 5, 10, 15, and 20. Key ability, strength and dex. It's a lot, isn't it, Soul? All right, it is nothing to select for the ability here. The class prime stat is selected for. So my key ability is strength. Does that mean that should go up again by two? Because that's not clear. When I look at least not to me. Yeah, yeah. So key ability, strength, or dex. You following statistics. Okay. and that stuff is not in there. Always two. Okay, so just being a fighter is going to grant me 2 strength. All right. I am going to look at the pre-made fighter just to look at their stats. I can't. Ugh. I should have stayed on the GM. Yeah, I choose between strength or dex, and we're going strength on this guy. So, Soul and Blonde Solo, there are 4 pre-generated characters that are all really cool looking. There's a fighter, there's a rogue, there's a wizard, and there's a cleric. Already made, already looking good. Right, right. And we're choosing strength. We're gonna choose strength on this one. You may need shenanigans for flavor. This is true. So those are the heritages I found. Let me put this over here. Let's see. The fighter's name is Valoros. I love it. Let me see if I can just bring him up. Without having to change logins. Now for free selections at the end for ability. Okay, what is that? And where is that in all of this? Always shenanigans, indeed. I guess some of these give you free ones. So there's a free no. It's one of the last steps. Okay, maybe it's in the finishing your hero steps then. You've identified the main aspects for your hero. Now it's time to add the finishing touches. Depending on if you're using the streamlined or full rule set, your step in this section will look slightly different. For instance, characters built using the full rules get 4 free ability boosts. However, in either case, this handout will explain how your character sheet calculates the numbers. There it is, right there. Is there a druid option? I believe there is. The thing that threw me off is there's no paladin. It's called champion. Yes, there is a druid. I knew that. Um, Spells are quite different though. So keep that in mind. All right, so we know we're putting that to an 18. Is 18 my max? Is that a cap? So that's one. We got one. We know we're doing con of 12. So that's two. I think I'd be comfortable putting Dex and Con both at 14s. What do you guys think? There is, damn hippie. 18 is max for now. I thought so. I thought so. What do we think of that, guys? 18 strength, 14 dex, 14 con, 10 int, 12 wisdom, 10 charisma. Does that feel good? I feel like it feels good. All right. Yeah, int sets number of skills and languages, which is always good. Um, but I'm okay with this character not being quite so book smart and much more world savvy. And that's why I was leaning towards wisdom. What else is wisdom good for in this edition? Strangely, looks good for a warrior. Good, good, good. So we're able to get our dexterity to or our armor class to a 15. So that's good. And we might talk with the DM and see if we can go for a breastplate over um, over the hide armor, which should bring our AC up further. Wisdom's a casting stat, good for a druid hippie, but also your will save. Okay, and my will save is my weakest save, at least for now. So I'm fine with that. I'm okay with that. I might have less skills, but that's fine by me. All right, so we are going to efficiencies. Druids can't wear metal armor or shields. Yeah. So our class dictates how many skills we get, which I believe is 3 plus int mod for fighter. Or let's check that again. 3 plus int. Yep. Additional skills. So this is beyond what we've already got. Oh, right, right. Our ancestry and heritage backgrounds. We get an additional language, and we get you gain the elf trait and the half elf trait and low light vision. So these would be uh, you can archetype that may be out of context of the beginner's box. Yeah, I got no clue on that. All right, so what are the elf trait and the half elf trait? What does that mean? I don't feel like using Google is a bad thing. It doesn't like ruin anything for me. Um, because everybody's got Google, right? So I'm trying to figure out what it means when it says elf trait. Let's go to elf here. That's ancestry features. It didn't clarify. Oh, okay. Okay. Cool, cool. All right. So double check that I have low life vision. Where would I see that? I haven't even selected feats yet, guys. Oh, backstories and everything. Okay. Very cool. That's for Pathfinder Society. Maybe that's just something we worry about on my token. Middle right. So proficiencies. Wonder what advanced weapons are. We'll find that out eventually. We're already trained in intimidation. So that put that right on our sheet. That's good. We're going to be trained in athletics. Absolutely. Main page, middle right. Main page, middle. There it is. Low light vision. Thank you. You caught that. So we can put another language of our choice here. Now that we're thinking about it, it's going to be Elf. It's going to be Elven. Good catch on that. Good catch on that. So we did athletics for sure. You're going to seriously watch the stream while you make the character? It's a good idea. Uh, only get 3. We'll go survival. Screw it. We'll go stealth. Go stealth. Okay. So yeah, here's our traits. Like he was, like I'm sorry, what Strangely Brown was saying here. By the way, any of you guys that are watching that are enjoying the content here on Twitch, feel free to follow. If you're watching this later on YouTube, please like and subscribe, comment. Any questions or your own experiences? Awesome. Okay. So we got our 3 proficiencies. Got our class features already here. I hear attack of opportunity at level 1's real nice to have because other classes don't. Let's see. Now remember your background and stuff that there are no double ups on background or on skills because then you get to select one instead. So similar to 5e, I would imagine, if you already have proficiency in it. In this, you can only be trained at character creation. You can't go above on these skill proficiencies, I'm assuming. Then you just select another one instead. Is that what I read that before. Did I read that right? All right. So my background, it gave me the skill feat intimidating glare, which gave me the intimidation. So that's why I have the intimidation, because of the intimidating glare skill feat. I don't think I got it from anywhere else. Yeah, trained skills intimidation. Yep, for my background. Yeah, Max is trained at creation. That's what I thought. Until you get to this bullshit because I'm a fighter. So let's go back to human here real quick. So the things we got for being a human is 1 additional language and 2 ability boosts. Okay. And half elf. Half elf gave us low light vision and allows us to select elf, half elf, or human feats whenever we gain ancestry feats. Okay, as a funny aside, Amazon keeps showing me iced coffee ads at the bottom of the screen. I look at one ad and now they try to sell me Javi forever. Nice. Yeah, no double ups. We got no double ups. All right. And then we know Warrior gave us. We looked at that already. Good shit. Uh, we got lore warfare. I don't know what that is yet. I don't know what lore is. I don't know what lore warfare does, but we have it. We have it, baby. Now we go to fighter. Fighter gives us an ancestry feat at level 1, class feat at level. So we're going to start with 2 feats. Like military history or strategy. That made sense to me. I don't know where it ends up on my sheet. I don't see another place. I didn't see another place for lore skills. Oh, okay. So here's where it somewhere it didn't automatically put it over. Lore skills. Warfare lore. Trained, I imagine. Bum bum bum. Cool. All right. So yeah, so we get an ancestry feat and we get a fighter feat. Now, ancestry feats we can choose from human, half elf, or elven feats, and class feat is obviously a class feat. So we got feats. Lore skills get you a lower DC for certain attempts. Mercantile lore gives you a lower DC than using diplomacy for bartering. I like that. That's clever. Impressive. Very impressive. All right, so I don't. Is there a way to search these? Okay, cool. So when we look, attack of opportunity is a class feature, but it's not a class feat. Lore equal train, nice. Oh, okay. Oh, well, that makes it easy. I'm so used to futzing with the compendium. Okay. All right. So I am wielding a big greatsword. Um, yeah, I want it to be a great axe. I might go back and change that if that ends up being all right. But I'm thinking, and this could be old school of me, I'm thinking power attack. Let's take a looky see at power attack here. You unleash a particularly powerful attack that clobbers your foe, but leaves you a bit unsteady. Make a melee strike. This counts as 2 attacks when calculating your multiple attack penalty. If this strike hits, you deal an extra die of weapon damage. If you're at least 10th level, okay, so it's a little bit of a gamble for payoff. If I understand this correctly, in Pathfinder 2E, and this is just the basic of information I got just from looking at Pathfinder 2E, because I wanted to learn all this in game as much as I could, was you have like so many actions around and you can use those actions in various ways, but like if you want to attack multiple times, any attack after the first has a compounding penalty to it. You can't select anything above common. Okay, got it. So this is a common one, a common rarity one. So this shouldn't be a problem. So what this is doing is you're gambling it all on that one strike to give you 2 strikes worth of damage dice. So you don't feel the need to make that second strike at the penalty, I'm guessing. But if you do, then you're actually at a penalty for a third strike, I think. Multi attack penalty. Okay. I'm not completely dumb up here, even though I feel like it. Okay. I like it. Let's see if there's anything else that stands out to us. Sudden charge. With a quick sprint, you dash up to your foe and swing. Stride twice. If you end your movement with a melee reach of at least one enemy, you can make a strike against that enemy. You can use sudden charge while burrowing, climbing, flying, or swimming instead of striding if you have the corresponding movement. Ooh. Ooh. -0, -5, -10. Yeah, that's what I heard. Sudden charge is on the table. I like that. I like that a lot. Combat assessment. What's recall knowledge? Recall knowledge. It seems a little complex. It's I think I'm going to pass on combat assessment. Your third action, usually best at doing something else rather than taking an attack you probably aren't going to hit on. Fair. Fair. Ever stand stance. That's uncommon. I want common. Uh, exacting strike. You make a controlled attack, fully accounting for your momentum. Make a strike. The strike gains the following failure effect. Failure, this attack does not count towards your multiple attack penalty. Okay. So if you fail, then you can attack again without that -5. Or -10, I suppose, if you exacting strike on your second attack, maybe. That's intriguing. I'll leave it up. It's behind these two, but it's up there. And I don't think the others are going to be double slices for two-handed fighting, two-weapon fighting. Attack opportunity we already have. This is uncommon, like I said, so it's not really an option. I guess since it brought it up, it's an option, but it's a shield thing. Okay, we're not using a shield. We don't even have a shield. All right, so it's going to be between these three. Um, so what are we thinking, chat? Again, the power attack is letting us basically hit with the power, almost the power of two strikes in one, while accruing our multi-attack penalty quicker. So that would be a swing with a -0 penalty. And if I hit, I'm doing 2d12. I'm guessing plus my strength mod. I could be wrong. But if I were to attack again, I'd be at a -10. Or I could just keep it regular and be like, attack once for regular damage, attack a second time at -5 for regular damage without power attack. Of course, there's sudden charge that'll let us move more to get to an opponent to hit them. Recall knowledge is a thing all skills have. Often players will recall knowledge on a creature in a fight on the third action rather than try to hit. If a ghost, the GM might say, okay, make an occult roll knowledge. Occult becomes ghost. If you succeed, he will give you info. The ghost is weak to force damage. I thought that's where it was heading, and I think that's a cool concept. I do like that. I don't know that I want the feat to do that right now. So I'm still going to leave that off, but that is very cool. And it keeps gives a mechanic to combat the metagaming of I know the monsters, so I know what they do. No, not necessarily make your recall roll. I like that. That's cool. All right. So you like sudden charge? Yeah, I do too. Like that's a really cool flavor. All right, so I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take extracting strikeout. It's very cool, mind you, but we're gonna take that out. So we are between power attack and sudden charge, guys. Anybody else have a thought on it before I make my final decision? Right, right. What did the feat do again? It made on a hit you can immediately attempt to recall knowledge. That's what the feat did. Right. Cool, cool. All right, so we got another sudden charge. What do you think, Blonde Solo? It is. It is. We're we're gonna do it. We're gonna go sudden charge. That is 3 for sudden charge, so that seems easy peasy to me. So do I pull it over? Yes. All right, we got sudden charge. Oh, it did it for the bonus feat too. Okay. Ancestry feat. All right. So ancestries, we've got elf, human, and of course, half elf. We got a few choices here, guys. Uh, We're gonna go ahead and ignore cantrip. Ancestral longevity is cool. Right, right. I get the elf, half elf, and human. I'm gonna put that up. Arcane tattoos is uncommon. Cooperative nature. Yeah, I'll get it. I'll get it all eventually. I'll get it all eventually. Demon Bane Warrior. Ooh, I'm good at hurting demons. It looks like that seems pretty niche. A filter for common only. Ah, just ignore the uncommons. It's easy enough. Easy enough. Dragon spit. Ah, dragon blood and stuff. Okay. You can choose a cantrip and cast the innate spell at will. Woo. And it comes from your mouth. Yeah, okay. The one is done. Rarities. There we go. All right, that's cool. That's cool enough. I'm gonna put it up here. I don't know if I'm gonna go that way. Um, earned glory. Yeah, I got it set to 0 to 1 levels. Elves are often skeptical of their half elven kin, and you are experienced at telling stories of your accomplishments to gain their respect. You're trained in performance. You would automatically become trained in performance from your background or class, for example. You instead become trained in a skill of your choice. You gain an impressive performance feat. When you attempt a performance check to make an impression on an elf, you roll a critical failure, you get a failure instead. Interesting. Oh, the note prerequisite spit. Okay. Yeah, okay. Well, it says it requires the Tien Dan ethnicity. I don't even know what that is. So we'll go ahead and take Dragon Spit out of there. It was just funny. That could be cool. Elemental Wrath. Call the land to cast Acid Splash. Okay. Gotcha. Your elven blood runs particularly strong, granting you features far more elven. He's definitely not. No, that's not him. Elven aloofness. As much as you might care for them, you've come to terms with the ephemeral nature of non elves, and it makes their threats feel less troublesome. Damn. If non elves rolls a failure on a check to coerce you using intimidation, it gets a critical failure instead, and thus can't try to coerce you again for a week. Demoralize, temporarily immune for a day instead of 10 minutes. That's interesting. All right, I'm going to get rid of Elemental Wrath. Or Elven Weapon Familiarity. I'm already trained with all this stuff. Or lore. Gain +1 circumstance bonus to saving throws against emotion effects. That's interesting. I'm gonna get rid of that one. I'll put that up there. General training. Your adaptability manifests in your mastery of a range of useful abilities. You gain a first level general feat. You must meet the feat's prerequisites, but if you select this feat during character creation, you can select the feat later in the process in order to determine which prerequisites you meet. Gives us a general feat. That's pretty cool. That's pretty strong. Main physical difference between elves and half elves is elves' pupils are very wide, almost to the fact it looks like they almost have no pupils at all. Half elves have normal eye. Oh, okay. Very interesting. Yeah, have normal human eyes, right? Loom seer. We have low light vision. Gotta worry about that. Haughty abstinency. Abstinacy? Your powerful ego makes you harder for others to order you around. We're gonna pass on that. That's funny though. All right, we're gonna go for stuff that perks up our attention. Sociable. We didn't take our charisma up yet, so I don't think that's what we're gonna do. You're deep in the Pathfinder 2e character creation now? Oh yeah. The uncanny knack for communicating with other elves without speaking, though this habit is often observed. You can cast Mind Link as an innate occult spell once per day, but you can only target other elves or half elves. If we were a party of elves, I think this would be super good. But I can't guarantee we're going to be. Unwavering mean. Mean? Your mystic control and that. Nope. Nope. All right, this would give us another first level class feat. So we could take natural ambition and take power attack on top of what we already took. So these two give us feats. Okay, I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to get rid of that. That's too niche. I'm not feeling that. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a look at general feats here real quick. Like when Galadriel looks at Frodo, you bring great evil here, though it works with anyone in Middle Earth. And only Noldor can do it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay. I dig it. I dig it. All right. These are way too many to get into all of them. Man, that's a lot. That do be a lot. So, okay. So, what this basically means is if we want another feat, we can either go with going back and getting power attack by taking natural ambition. We could get one of these billions of general feats um, by taking general training. Uh, Forlorn, I'm gonna get rid of Forlorn. It's I don't want to think about that. It's depressing. Earn glory. Does our character want to impress other elves? Do they care? I don't know. I don't think they care, personally. Yeah, I don't think they care. Does anybody know of a general feat that we should consider? Or do we think we should just take natural ambition and go for power attack? Like I said, there's just too many general feats for us to go through. Um, we'd be here all night. Exactly. They can go sucks a goblin toe. A big gnarly goblin toe. Lon Solo's feeling natural ambition and going for that power attack. Yeah. Yep. You right. You right. Bam. Power attack. Hell yeah. We're all on the same page. I love it. Gotta love it. Got everything done, I think. I think we're done. If I change my armor, that'll mess with my AC, but I think everything else is set. Let's do a roll here. I just completed a campaign the other day for my players. Oh yeah, hell yeah. Go for it. Night of the Gray Death. Oh, sick. Let me bring this over. Very cool. It was set in Galt, sort like the French Revolution place, at the end of a big masquerade ball. Nice. No, that's really cool. Awesome. Thanks for sharing that. So yeah, fucking A. Okay, and we can like if I want a power attack, I would just click this and I would do my strike. Right? Then I want a normal roll, strength, expert, all that's legit. +9 to my roll. Sick. I'd roll an 18, and if I were to do the damage, I'd roll 2d12 because I power attacked plus my strength mod for a total of 24. And now I don't feel like I need to take that second attack if I don't want to. I can do something else, right? We should name him. We're going to name him something. It's not going to be Exarchan. We know he's a Blackthorne, but what's his name? Salem is his father. His mother, we don't know. We haven't decided who his mother is. Good name. This is a hard part, right? I've had so many names that I've used over the years, I don't want to repeat them if I can help it. Humphrey Pump Butters. Nice. What do you think, Blonde Solo? You know I love alliteration. Jackie Daytona, human bartender. Just another American Yankee Doodle Dandy. So it'll be a B name. We'll go with a B name. Brom rhymes with Crom. Like Baxter, Blythe, Blaine, Bruno, Byron. It's going to be Byron Blackthorne. Oh, his dad's name is Salem Blackthorne. I think Byron Blackthorne. Are we okay with this chat? Byron? Think I think Byron's it. I think Byron's it. So for y'all watching on YouTube, that is our character creation from beginning to end using the Pathfinder beginner box, officially partnered between Paizo and FoundryVTT. It went pretty well. Anything that I kind of missed that our wonderful community members in chat helped me with was actually there when I reread some stuff. So if you feel a little bit lost, just keep reading, keep rereading. Take anything you've learned from this and use that to help you build your first character for Pathfinder Second Edition. Remember, like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy this content. I hope you do, and I will see you next time.